не Ромеро были, а ты приезжал как бы, ездили на турнир в одном автобусе. И тогда вирусилась песня Party Maker, короче, Пики, вот это, помните?
Да, конечно.
И у нас играл в команде Ваня Спейс, и он ее врубал на своем телефоне. И, короче, все команды, которые ехали с нами в маршрутке, им приходилось слышать это, и мы всех обыграли. И фейзы единственные, кто надели наушники, не слушали эту музыку, обыграли нас.
Они слушали, не слушали?
Не слушали, а все остальные слушали. Ну и понимаешь, вот песня-то такая сильная достаточно. Ты помнишь вообще?
Ну, Hey Beatmaker, Partymaker, ну конечно.
И, ну, работало как гипноз. Мы связались с этими, прошли на мажор. Нас там тоже никто не верил особо. Мы всех обыграли, прошли, и потом попали в легенды.
Ну. Блин, вот вообще, мне кажется, многие люди не понимают, насколько многое вот в киберспорте, вообще в таких темах зависит от морали. И меня Слава мотивирует, он как будто, не знаю, как будто я его, девушка, это, он меня возносит вот так вот, понял? Я такой, мне так приятно было, пиздец, я такую хуйню ставил. Потому что, ну, просто, я не знаю, ну, вот мне реально...
Да нет, слова поддержки даже в обычной жизни, знаешь, типа, с утра проснулся, говорит, классно выглядишь, и ты уже идешь совершенно другой уверенности.
Хотя ты знаешь, что выглядишь хуёво, понял, тебе даже уже...
Ну, хотя бы мелочь, да? Ты там бухал всю ночь с опухшим лицом, ты отлично выглядишь. Возможно, это спасет тебя. Вот, а в команде, ну, это вообще как важно. Ну, я не знаю, мне всегда бесило, когда чуваки вздыхали. Вот мне это даже больше бесило, чем мошна. Я это просто соканье и вздыхание. У меня триггер был страшный.
А у меня, знаешь, был триггер очень сильный. Я потому что начинал начало своей, как говорится, игровой карьеры с АВП, и меня раздражали вот эти челы, которые типа говорили, знаешь, вот эта фраза, может, не будешь брать авик, знаешь, что-то такое.
А, ты промазал один раз.
And because his production was so good, you take that away from him. And...
Когда там 1.6, 1.7, просто ты играешь, у тебя все кайф.
And I mean, at the end of the day, he just needs to play well. We talked about it, like Brook, sure, the chaos and everything, but the clutches too. He's not a poor rifler either. He's not one of those guys who has to have an op in his hand to find impact. So yeah, just finding ways to impact the game, even if you're struggling.
And it's also like, sure, you can talk about how his positioning, he has a wildcard plays and just X factor when it comes to certain 2v2s or clutches and whatnot, right? But overall, it's not, I mean, of course, at this level it is hard, but he knows how to approach the game. Obviously, he's been around for such a long time, you know, where the position is a play a little bit more safe. Doesn't have to be a crazy play every single time. Just play default a little bit, perhaps, to get a little bit of confidence going. But we really haven't seen much from him at all. Like in a month, 2 months.
Yeah, and look, we've talked a lot as well about coaches over the course of the major. I do feel we don't do that when it's FaZe because Carrigan is such an autonomous genius and savant at the game and how he thinks about things tactically. But I also think, you know, Neo has kind of been a little bit insulated from some of the criticisms. You know, Xtaz has never had that luxury. He gets called out pretty quickly. He's kind of a prominent figure, but Neo's been in the background, kind of not doing a whole lot of much.
Well, I think some of that is also he is a very cerebral guy, like great mind for Counter-Strike, can definitely tell his impact in some of those half-buy rounds and utility-heavy Tech 9 rounds and whatnot, but that's why Robin was such a great fit in a way. You know, when you have an in-game leader like Carrigan, that's not the main thing that the team needs. It's how do you get Brokey to kind of play well? Like, how do you get him in the zone and Robs and everyone else? And that's what they need now.
We're about to find out if he can deliver on that promise. We're going to have it. It's FaZe versus Vitality on Mirage.
Is this one a done deal then? Vitality's turf undefeated. And that continues into the first map of this quarterfinal, a head-to-head. Robs certainly present, desk discussed. Technical pistol to start us off, Chad.
Yeah, just Apex there feigning on mid control, but removed by Robs. They're into Rain right now. This is an A execute.
Yeah, cost him his life, the fake, but Rain hitting a shot big. Ooh, one back. Spinks has put him on notice. It's the goosh. Carrigan has a whole lot of util as well for this. Despite the bomb going down, retake is on. Man advantage. Smoke, flash, grenade. It's all about that flashbang. They start to flood in. Rain saying, trade me, boys. Starts to take first contact. And ooh, Memezi puts him down, puts him in the dirt. Zywoo kept to one. Important frag back from Brokey, and with Frozen helping out, but still not locked in. Flames and Spinks, the duo. That smoke might get them scared. Carrigan does hit the first. And he's just going to have to stick it. He's just going to have to stick it. A 10-second defuse on the stage in Shanghai. He's got more bullets. Spam it away. One single headshot's all he needs. Slice it and dice it. Denying the chance for a face-pad pistol.
That one came down to the wire, didn't it? Spinks, another impactful moment for him. Making sure Vitality keep it clean in the pistol department, 3-0 in that category. This is how it started. But it was that smoke that Apex dropped towards Connector that was part and parcel of the space that Vitality were able to take. Spinks and Flames used that cover from jungle as well to push on in and allow them to post up to deny that defuse. Bays really could have used that one. Carrigan towards the B site on his lonesome. The rest of his players posturing around middle and A for the time being. There's been Deagles upgraded, 2 of which, 1 for Rops, 1 for Frozen. He's got the knife in hand. He's hoping for a Hail Mary, but Flamesy, head on a swivel, will remove his. And they're in towards the B bomb site with what should be not too many problems.
Yeah, just trying to entertain. Here's Carrigan. And farming his Flames. $600 a pop. 3 face heads popped. Quad kill so far. He could be on for an ace here with the Glock trying to track his range scarpers. I'm sure Vitality have let him off the leash here, so go get him.
Yeah, well, he almost got one on Nuke, and that one got taken away by Mezzi. Flamesy.
It's got to be his. An ace for Flames in the playoff stage. And will we see FaZe buck that trend, Chad? Coming into this second map, after Nuke, where they were tactically, mechanically, and mentally outclassed.
I like what the desk addressed. Obviously, the future of FaZe is uncertain, but what is certain is they're in the server in a quarterfinal right now in Shanghai.
Right.
This team, traditionally, well, actually, traditionally not the best way. In recent times, we tune into a series, they lose their map pick. Oh, they go into their opponents. Yeah, they expected that. They're prepped for it. They're ready to go. But if they're ready to go, it's right here, right now. It's not a default from Vitality. It's going to be direct towards A. The bonus round with 2 MAC-10s, a couple of Galils, and just, well, 1 man tending to the site, and that is going to be Rain. Not even from a strong position whatsoever. They might just have to play retake on A as he sees the util start to rain in. The rotation on its way. He's going to play ahead for a fight.
Has got his M4 ready. Knife finds a nice elevated angle. By the smoke and edge the Molotov, chooses not to. Layers to this exec. CT smoke last to arrive, but they're through. Bodies swarming the site now. FaZe Mad hoping to find something on their smoke spams. Layering of utility. Now it fades. Rain punishes. Spinks on the retreat. Opportunity here for Flames to do some damage, and damage denied. Rops, good headshot. Carrigan as well chips in. Galil, only 1. And just Mezzi with low HP, cut down, forced wide. FaZe do put themselves on the defensive board early.
There was no kit in that situation, so Vitality, it took a little bit long to get the bomb down. Smokes had faded and getting caught in transition, so that was the drama for Vitality in that very round. So well handled from FaZe, and this time it's not an 8-0 start. It's just 2-0 into 2-1. Keep 3 alive, that's nice. If you found yourself in a 1v1, 1v2, not too many bodies alive, that would have been a real problem with the follow-up investment, because Vitality, that's a bonus. Now, you get to bring Zawu's AWP into play very, very early in the piece. The same can't be said for FaZe and Brokey. This time, there are defuse kits that can be invested in, so won't be so many issues if the bomb goes down. But will it be another direct approach? Looks like heavy through middle with 4. They're going to fight.
Wow. No smoke, they just want to take the headshots, take the jewels, they welcome FaZe. Into the engagement, Brokey forced to throw out the smoke as the flames spread. Warning shot fired, and Spinks will punish Rain. Onto Spinks, nade in response, puts him low.
This is the Spinks you want to see. A Spinks who's happy to take fights, who's going to play ahead on these extremities. And as part of the lurk, this is not a lurk whatsoever, this is active space taking, and he's under 1. That information will be relayed, and he's going to continue to take space.
Oh, Brokey completely unprepared for that. Just catches the perfect timing. The sound of Robson still stands his ground, removes Spinks, but the damage is done.
That is exactly what you need from your lurk, and Robs can't get anything more. It's just going to leave Carrigan, who had a really rough time on map number 1 individually, just not hitting anything, not even the broadside of a barn. And he's going to be found by Apex here, low on HP. Switching between the nades, has been spotted and removed. Apex, no dramas whatsoever.
Low HP, you get the information, and you still don't hit the headshot. That's another one. That's another brick of your confidence shattered, removed. starting to look wobbly.
Really, really have to credit Spinks there. There was a while earlier on in the year that he was getting a lot of criticism for his lurks. It seemed very, very baity. His contributions were late. They never really felt like they were in sync, but now his team goes mid, they get an opening, and he pivots and takes some room. So really appreciate Spinks there.
Yeah, horrible jump scare for Brokey as well. He always knew it was a possibility, but he's kind of in transition, starts moving, hands
When
on
you
the
have Rob
keyboard.
stop a stairs, you don't think someone snuck out to sandwich, right? Tetris maybe, but Brokey shouldn't have been susceptible to that. It's going to just have to be a light investment. Fun's not there. And a moment where we thought, okay, this is phase getting started, not to be. I brought this up. One of the keys to phase success previously is having players who can pop off, who can not only bring you stunning multis, but unbelievable clutch rounds. And that's almost the blueprint for all of the top international teams now. You look at Vitality, they have that recipe for success. They have ZywOo, one of the absolute best players in the world, in contention for #1 this year alongside the likes of Donk and Monacy. Well, then that takes us to G2. And that's the similar recipe for success for them. Might be getting Vitality versus G2 tomorrow if we continue in this fashion, but they're walking into the stack.
Still, the stack up hits some headshots instantly, and Frozen has done so. The jig is up, the shot is hit. ZywOo does get that late
So much
trade.
info. They know that there's at least 3 players on B.
Yeah, Carrigan's going to try and push through the flames, and a missed shot from the Orc is going to force into the fight. Needed the headshot. Mezzi comfortably collects. USP spamming smokes. It's hopeless for the two of them. Job done. Disaster averted. And a 4th for the Vitality T side.
Just have to mop this one up now, and if we reflect on you, FaZe had the T side start. Now they were struggling to find opening kills, but that's T side, right? So yeah, you're going to trade your teammate as you're taking that room. Vitality, so far, they're not looking too shabby in that category. They've only given up 2 opening deaths, and one of those came on the pistol round, and they still were able to convert. These can continue for Vitality. They are gunning for that semi-final, and while they were able to keep that average, touched on the fact that throughout the RMR and the elimination stage, they have a clean sheet. They've dropped an average of just less than 7 rounds per map. And with the 13-6 on Nuke, they've been able to keep that average now over 9. So let's see if they can make that even better.
Can't even keep it.
Nah, nothing for Rops, nothing at all. All right, well, another gun round opportunity for FaZe. An AUG for Carrigan, that's how you know his confidence is low. When in doubt, bring out the AUG, right? Yeah. Trying to level up the playing field against those AK-47s. Brokey into his AWP. The desk wanting him to stand up and deliver. Right, let's see him make some of those crazy moves, get in the game. You saw him with that letter to himself. Well, now would be a time to read that.
Rain's got his work cut out for him this round.
And focus fire towards ramp because Brokey has jumped up for that Palace fight. We'll get the late string of Apex coming through late by the looks of things. Bomb through a ramp alongside of ZywOo. Point man Flames.
Doing it dry. Crouch peek in. Ready, track it, ready. Does hit just a shy bullet. Wants to extinguish it if they continued. Does so. Oh, he adjusts! Like his old self for the first. Removes Apex. Palace a threat. Rain confirms commitment. Spots out the bomb as well. Rops chips in. Spinks, this lurk now does need to activate and is frozen. They may overlook this position. Spinks peeks in. Spinks delivers. Removes Frozen. 3v5, now 3v4. ZywOo with 40 seconds to work his magic. Mezzi to escort. Start in. And losing his head to Rain. Stalwart defense from FaZe. Robs and Rain lock it down, put up a fight.
There's Brokey with an opening kill in the AWP. That was an awkward position to be in. He had to thrust himself forward into apartments because Rain was pushed off of the active line that he was jiggling info for on ramp. So in that time, you're worried, has a player been able to sneak up close range? But fortunately for him, Apex was extremely late to that. There is FaZe with their second. Probably one of their more convincing rounds. You think about how they had to scrap for rounds, how Rops had to step up. It was Rops' clan. Map #1, it needs to be a team effort. They want to try and draw this out to the third.
There does have to be resistance scoping department. Brokey has already started well.
They missed their incendiary for the mid box.
But they are going to be concerned about it. Smoked out. They certainly are. Now Flames is moving. Still by the smoke is Robs. Flames could be caught out with a nade in his hand. Robs reveals himself.